We are witnessing here today how my kitten Gretel is obsessed with fire. It's becoming a problem. Don't touch the candle. She wants to put her face in the flame. She thinks it's fun. She likes the way it dances. She wants to play with it. I had to grab her paw the other day because she tried to touch the flame. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to answer a question that has been asked quite a few times on my deity videos, and that's why do we work with deities? What's the point? What can you get out of it? How does it enhance your life? Just overall, why do we work with deities? So that's what I'm going to be answering today in this video. I've written down every single reason I can think of to work with deities. And I want to start out this video by saying, you don't have to work with deities if you're pagan, if you're Wiccan. There are a lot of Wiccans and witches and pagans who don't have any deities in their spiritual practice, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Deity worship is something that's just specific to your own practice, so if you feel called to deity worship, then give it a try. Watch my videos, research it, learn about it, and start working with deities. But if you don't feel called to work with deities, there's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely fine. You do not have to work with deities. So this video is just for people who are interested in deity work, so they can understand more about why we work with deities. And maybe you've been considering working with deities, but you're unsure. Hopefully this video will help you to decide whether or not you really want to work with deities. And if you are someone who's watching this video and you already work with deities, or maybe you've just started working with deities, please comment down below why you like working with your deities. Let's give everybody a lot of reasons why we like working with our deities. So tell me down below why you work with your deities and what you get out of the relationship. And before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribing helps me to continue to make videos for you all, so please subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content. And if you're new to my channel and this is the first video you're seeing, then know that I have a lot of videos about deity worship, about specific deities, and just about deity worship in general. So all of those will be linked down below, but you can find all of them on my channel. So now let's get into talking about why we work with deities. The first reason that I thought of that was the biggest reason for me was connection with faith and divinity. For me personally, I grew up pretty religionless. We were Methodist, but we weren't. We never went to church. We didn't pray. We didn't do any of that stuff. So I grew up kind of believing in nothing and feeling very untethered in terms of faith. So for me, working with deities helps me to remain connected to divinity and to faith and to feel very tethered to my spirituality and my religion. I enjoy feeling like there are energetic beings that I can specifically go to with my problems. Growing up, I never felt connected to the Christian God. I never felt like a monotheistic practice was correct for me. I've always felt like divinity is so large and all-encompassing and all-knowing that you can't put it in one box. You can't say God is a white man. You can't say that in my book. My opinion would be that there are many, many deities who are all-knowing, and they're all pieces of the puzzle that all together create source. They all together create God, goddess. And all those little deities come together to create that source. So they're all a little piece of divinity. And that's why having a relationship with them for me really helps me to connect with my religion and connect with my faith and keep that connection going, because there's an actual relationship I can work on with my deities. The next reason is that these energy beings know you. And if you're like me and you believe in reincarnation, you believe in the teachings of the Akashic Records. I work a lot in the Akashic Records. So for me, I believe that my soul has had many, 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 many lifetimes. And I believe that these energetic beings, these divine spirits, whether they be deities, spirit guides, angels, any kind of guardian spirit. I believe that they've all been with me for all of these lives. They've been with me since I was created. So I truly believe that these beings know me on a soul level. They know me from past lives. They know me in my current life. And that's not to say that you work with the same beings, the same deities, the same guardian spirits, the same spirit guides every single life. But because these beings are all knowing, they know all. So they've seen all my lives. They know all the lives I've had, and they know the life I'm having now. So these beings, they know you on a soul level, which is really, really helpful for perspective as a human in a human body, to have a deity to give you that soul perspective, that divine perspective. So working with deities helps in that way. They know you so deeply and so truly that they can help you in ways that you might not necessarily be able to help yourself, just because you're tethered to this physical plane while you're here on Earth in a body. And because these beings want to help you, they want to help you manifest things, they want to help you heal, they want to help you grow and evolve and learn, because that's the point of life on Earth, to grow and learn. They want to help you with those things. So if you have an active relationship with those deities, then that helps to move that process along. Your communication is stronger, you receive messages more strongly. If you're working on something, you can call them to help you work on it. So having a relationship with deities can help you to help them help you. And the next reason is that working with deities can help you with all of your tasks, whether they be spiritual or mundane. You can call on deities to help you with those things, whether you're praying, doing a spell, doing a ritual, celebrating a Sabbath, doing volunteer work, getting a new job, working with kids, working with elderly, teaching, creating as an artist. No matter what it is that you're doing throughout the day, whether it's spiritual or mundane, deities can help you with those tasks. They can help you by listening to your prayers. They can help you by being present for ritual and adding energy and power to it. They can help you by adding energy and power to your spell work. They can help you by accepting the volunteer work you do as offering. They can help you if you're a teacher. They can help you with your teaching. They can help you if you're an artist. They can help you with your creativity. They can help you with anything. There are deities for every aspect of life. So working with these deities and having a relationship with these deities can help all of these things in your life, whether they're spiritual or mundane. And this includes your personal life, pain and trauma, hardship, lessons that you're having trouble learning. Deities can help with all of these things. The next reason I thought of, which is again another really big one for me personally, is that working with deities helps you to feel watched over and safe. If you're like me, I struggle with feeling safe in my body, and I struggle with feeling safe in physical situations a lot. So having deities helps me to feel calm and settled and watched over. And this is another thing that if you have anxiety, again, like me, I have anxiety and OCD. So if you struggle with these things, working with deities can really, really help, because they can help remind you that you are safe. And working with them can help you give yourself on a mental level a feeling of safety. For example, I have a lot of anxiety about something happening to my cats, and my pets in general, but we're going to talk about my cats specifically for this example. I get really anxious specifically about my cats being accidentally let outside. The neighborhood I live in has a lot of coyotes and other predators, but mostly coyotes. So it's not safe for them to go outside. I am in the process of getting a little indoor-outdoor screened-in area for them, kind of a little catio. But as of right now, they're not allowed outside. Beyond an open window, that's as much outside time as they get. So I have a lot of anxiety about, did I somehow leave the door open when I just left the house? Or did they somehow get out in some secret magical way that makes no sense? It's an irrational anxiety thought. So I have a lot of anxiety about something happening to my cats. And that's something that Bastet and Sekhmet together help me with. They help to not only reassure me that my cats are safe and secure and at home, but they also watch over my cats for me. So if I'm out doing something, or if I'm traveling and I'm on a trip and I'm nowhere near my home, and I get a rush of anxiety, like, oh, maybe my cats are out, or maybe they ran out of food, or maybe they're fighting, or maybe one of them's sick and no one's there, and which is just super irrational on so many levels, but it's extra irrational because people check on my cats when I'm gone. But in those moments when I'm having those anxious thoughts and I'm not able to just go check on my cats physically, I call on Bastet and Sekhmet to check on them for me and inform me of how they're doing, and I know that they protect them on my behalf because I work with them and I ask them to do that, and I give them offering to do that, and we have the relationship that we've built up so that they will do that for me while I do things for them. So in those ways, if you have specific anxiety about specific things, or if you struggle with feeling safe in any kind of way, deities can really help you with that. You can pick specific deities for whatever it is that you're struggling with, and they can help you to feel safer, feel more secure, and feel more calm. The next reason is if you're someone who practices witchcraft, so if you do any kind of spell work or magic, deities can deeply help with that. Because they are energy beings and we are physical beings, having relationship with energy beings like deities helps to free the space for your spell to work. It helps to direct it more correctly and intentionally, and it helps to make sure that it comes to fruition. So deity work can intensely enhance your spell work and your magic. And the next reason is that working with deities can be very cathartic. They are all-knowing, and they are... If you have trauma, if you have pain, if you have suffering, you can give those things to your deities. They can transmute those things into new things. And taking those things from you does not harm them. So they are happy to take those things from you. So if you are someone who has trauma, who has pain, who has anger, who has fear, you can give all those things to your deities, and that can be so, so healing. And not only does it enhance your relationship with those deities, it also helps you as a person on Earth. So I would say that's one of the biggest reasons. If you do struggle with mental illness, if you have trauma, past experiences that linger with you, things you're trying to heal and move on from, deities are so, so helpful with those things. And along those same lines is deities are the ultimate safe space. You can say anything to them, and they're never going to judge you. They're never going to abandon you. They're never going to tell you you're wrong and reprimand you for having feelings. You can tell deities anything. So in your prayer, in your ritual, you can just evoke them and talk to them. You can kind of treat them as your strongest confidant. And they're never gonna snitch on you. They're never gonna tell anyone else what you tell them. They're the ultimate safe space in so many ways. So that is really the thing that I love the most about my deities, that they're always there for me. They're always willing to support me and watching over me, and that makes me feel so connected and safe and loved. And knowing that I've told them so many deep, dark things about myself, invasive thoughts I have, pain I have, fears I have, they know all those things. And they know all those things without you telling them because they are all-knowing beings, but telling them feels so good and feels so healing, and it really fosters that connection with them. And the last reason why we work with deities is that working with deities is a commitment. It's a responsibility. So it gives you that sense of responsibility and that structure of, okay, I need to do this today for my deities, or I have to give offering to this deity, or it's Depnon, time to perform Depnon, or it's the full moon, time for my ritual with whoever. So it gives you that consistency and that routine and that responsibility of, I've started this relationship with this deity, I've made a commitment to this energetic being, and I have to honor that. So that also helps you personally in your day-to-day life, but it also helps to enhance your spiritual practice and give you that routine and stability. So now let's talk a little bit about why we work with multiple deities. Sometimes people ask me, why do you work with multiple deities? Or how do you work with multiple deities? And we're going to talk more in future videos about how we work with multiple deities. But for now, let's talk about why we would work with multiple deities. I work with 8 different deities on varying levels and degrees and at different times of the month and the year. But I'm constantly maintaining these relationships with all 8 of them. So for me, all my deities are kind of like a team. They're all knowing beings and they all know me. So they communicate with each other and with me kind of as a unit in a lot of ways. I'll see Bastet send me a message on behalf of Anubis, or vice versa. Or I'll see Lilith give me a message through Hecate, or Hecate will tell Lilith, tell Maddie this. So they're kind of like my own little spiritual team that I am honored to work with and honored to know. And they help me as a unit. So working with each of them enhances my practice with each of them. It's like they feed each other. The other reason why one would work with multiple deities is that sometimes you need help with a specific thing. So if you need help with a specific thing, you call on a specific deity. So when you're having a specific problem or working on a specific thing, you call on a specific deity. So if you already have a relationship with a variety of different deities, when that problem arises or when you're thinking, I'm going to do a spell for this certain thing, you already know that deity and you can call on them and they can help you with it. For example, I have my deities that I work with. If I'm wanting to do something protecting, if I need a protection spell, if I'm wanting to do a little mantra or prayer for protection, or I'm just feeling like I need a little bit more protection energy, I will call on Sekhmet. I already know Sekhmet. She's one of my deities. She's one of the beings that I work with, so I can call on her for that specific thing. I'm not starting from scratch on our relationship because we already know each other and she already feels comfortable with me, and we can do that magical working and she can help with it. Bean. Beast! Quick little sidebar. If you have cats, wait for their whiskers to fall off and their claws to fall off. Collect those. Those are valuable. Don't be ripping stuff off your pets. But these are valuable. This is gold. Here, Bastet. Oh. So those are all the reasons why we work with deities and why we work with multiple deities. I hope that this was helpful in understanding why deity worship is helpful and how it can enhance your life and your spiritual practice. Thank you to everyone that asked this question and sent in this video request. I hope that this didn't disappoint and that this answered your question. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I upload multiple videos a week, gaming videos, spiritual videos, vlogs, and all kinds of nonsense in between. Gretel's here. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Blessed be. I've got to make a video soon about familiars because I have so much to say. And so do they.